Terry was always very close to what was happening music-wise, no matter what type of music it was. And obviously he made more than a name for himself through the punk days. I mean, I'm only looking back on that. I didn't have the great pleasure of living on the street when that happened. But whenever McLaren moved across and looked at New York's hip-hop and that type of thing, Terry was there and was the only person that could supply that type of music in Belfast. Terry used to get me to bring my turntables along because nobody had SL 1200 techniques, you know, the ones that Carl Cox and all plays on now. So I used to bring them along, and I played a couple of records. Terry let me play a few, and then he'd play, and then he'd go off the bar, let me play two more, and he'd come back, and you'd never get on the rest of the night. But they're always very good with Terry about.
What was it like in Belfast at that time?
It was still, you know, out there bumpy. You know, we were still having a lot of bombs. You know, there was a lot of turmoil going on, but Terry seemed to manage to some people to get people to come out and to go down to the likes of the Limelight and the Snack Bar and places like that there. We used to have quite a number of very good parties upstairs in the shop as well.
And what about the bottle clubs?
The bottle clubs had quite a big impact on Belfast. I mean, you know, nobody knew what was going on. I mean, they were trying to pay attention to what was going on the street in West and East Belfast and all the rest of it. So these things just came along, crept in, and found a loophole in the law. It was great to get a period there where we had quite a long licensing hours, and Terry had all the music that really a lot of the underground clubs required at that time. It's the only place you could get it.
He's been called the grandfather of punk.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Do you think he deserves that title?
I think he deserves it, yeah.
Why?
Well, you know, when you look back in the history of it, you know, and you understand a lot of these bands wanted to make the music, but they didn't know how to get it pressed or a label and things like that. Terry had that know-how, and he never exploited any of them on the way. And that's what punk rock was about. He influenced the punk scene by being knowledgeable in the ways of the music industry and was able to set a label up and get a lot of people going. Sadly, I'm not really truly credited him for the good work that he did in those days.
What sort of bands and what sort of vibe is going to be
Well, you had Rudy, and before that, around the time, in Undertones. I mean, it should be well. It's not known in Belfast, it would surprise me. Terry was the main stay in bringing like one of John Peel's most acclaimed 7-inch single, Teenage Kicks. It was Terry that brought that out. He was the mainstay in doing all that.
Do you think he's had an impact on Belfast?
Undoubtedly. Anybody that thinks that Terry hasn't had an impact on Belfast hasn't been to Belfast. Colourful. There's not really enough words in the dictionary to describe him, not enough lovely words. If you know Terry and you're with him, at first you'll think he's quite a harsh character, a bit mad, but he is one of the nicest people, and I mean that. Maybe the way we say it in Belfast, one of the soundest men you'll ever meet.
What was his greatest achievement?
I think his greatest achievement is being able to keep the business, keep a record shop going, because his ethics in business are very soft. He's not a hard driving person in a business situation. He does this because he loves it.